Hi, Marissa.
Hi, Kelsey.
Hello, everyone. We're so glad you found us here in the church library. We are here because we have written this book, The Myth of Good Christian Parenting, which we are so excited to share with everyone. And as you can imagine, a book that looks at the history of Christian parenting books, there's a lot to talk about. And so there's a lot that we wanted to put in this book that did not make it into this book. And so the reason that we're here with you in the church library is to talk about some of what did not make it into our book.
Absolutely, because we covered a lot of ground in the book. We set out to trace the history and development of popular Christian parenting teaching really from the 1970s on. We wanted to take a close look at some of the recurring themes and topics that show up in these resources, and we wanted to explore the impact that had on families. We interviewed a number of adult children and parents who shared with us how these messages, these principles of Christian parenting had shaped their family life. To do this, we read so many primary sources. We scoured church libraries and rummage sales and giveaway tables for all kinds of resources. Probably together, we read well over 100 books. And that research informed our writing of the book. However, we want to talk about each individual resource.
So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to have informal, unscripted conversations about some of the things that didn't make it in, about some resources that have seemed to really rise to the top of the influential books that people keep on mentioning to us. So if you have not already found us on socials, all of those are linked in the show notes. Come and find us because we would love to hear from you. What you would like to hear us talk about, what resources have impacted you, your family, what ideas, themes seem to come up again and again as you think back on your experiences as a child or as a parent. We would love to know what you'd like to hear us talk about. So
Absolutely.
You can find us. We have learned a lot from interacting with people on socials, and that has been one of the most rewarding parts of working on this book.
It really has. And you can, if you're listening on Buzzsprout, you can send us a message that way. You can leave a review and put a resource in there if you want, or you can reach out on socials because, we'd love to cover the ones you want to hear about. We also hope to have some episodes where we interview guests with adjacent expertise, maybe other authors who have written books exploring the theology of parenting or things of that nature.
You can pre-order The Myth of Good Christian Parenting, How False Promises Betrayed a Generation of Evangelical Families. You can pre-order it now. You can find our socials, and we will be officially in your podcast feed on April 3rd. So find us between then and now. We would love to hear from you, and we hope that you can join us in the church library.